The ocean stretches endlessly, black and merciless. It is 1940, and across the Atlantic, Allied convoys steam forward, laden with food, oil, and weapons meant to keep Britain alive. But in these waters, they are not safe. Somewhere out there, hidden beneath the waves, waits a predator. A man whose silence is as terrifying as his precision. His men call him Silent Otto. The Royal Navy whispers his name with dread. Otto Kretschmer, the most decorated U-boat commander in Nazi Germany, the master of the Atlantic. He sank more ships than any other captain in history. But his story is not one of victory alone. It is a story of genius and obsession, of honor and propaganda, of a man who rose to the heights of Hitler's war machine, only to end his war in captivity, behind the fences of a Canadian prison camp. This is the unbelievable, but true story of Silent Otto. Otto Kretschmer was born on May 1, 1912, in the town of Heidau, Silesia, then part of Germany. He grew up in a nation crippled by defeat and humiliation. The Treaty of Versailles had shackled Germany, dismantling its navy and forbidding submarines altogether. But the sea still called to young Otto. As a boy, he excelled in academics, swimming, and rowing. He was methodical, disciplined, and fiercely competitive. In 1930, Kretschmer joined the Kriegsmarine, Hitler's newly rebuilt navy. He trained rigorously, serving as a naval cadet and later studying in Britain before the war. Experiences that gave him an understanding of the Royal Navy he would later exploit. From the start, his instructors noticed his cold precision. He wasted no words, no movements, no energy. His fellow sailors called him Silent Otto. When war broke out in September 1939,
this morning, the British ambassador in Berlin handed the German government a final note stating that unless we heard from them by 11 o'clock, that they were prepared at once to withdraw their troops from Poland, a state of war would exist between us. I have to tell you now that no such undertaking has been received, and that consequently this country is at war with Germany.
Kretschmer received his first command, U-23, a small coastal submarine of the Type II class. Life aboard was cramped and miserable. Supplies were short. The boat could barely endure the heavy seas of the North Atlantic, but Kretschmer adapted quickly. On January 12, 1940, he struck his first major blow. U-23 torpedoed and sank the British steamer Danish vessel Denmark. Soon after, he claimed the steamer, Cygnus. It was here he refined his philosophy, ein Torpedo, ein Schiff, one torpedo, one ship. While other commanders fired spreads of torpedoes, Kretschmer conserved every shot, waiting until the moment was perfect. His men saw him as calm, patient, deadly. By April 1940, Kretschmer had sunk 4 ships for nearly 18,000 tons. His reputation was growing. In April 1940, Kretschmer received command of a new boat, U-99, a Type 7B submarine. This vessel would make him a legend. With U-99, Kretschmer prowled the shipping lanes like a predator. He did not wait in ambush. He attacked boldly, often on the surface, at night, weaving between merchantmen and escorts alike. His greatest triumphs came in the fall of 1940. In September, Kretschmer struck convoy HX-72, sinking 7 ships in one night, over 50,000 tons destroyed. In October, he hit convoy SC-7, torching another wave of Allied ships. Flames lit the night sky as U-99 slipped away. By December 1940, Kretschmer had sunk more than 200,000 tons of Allied shipping. The Royal Navy began to whisper his name as if it were a curse. The Allies called him the Wolf of the Atlantic. Kretschmer's tactics were revolutionary. He insisted on night surface attacks. In darkness, U-99 would glide silently among the convoy. Ships loomed like black shadows. Kretschmer would strike from point-blank range. He demanded strict radio silence. Other commanders gave away their positions by sending reports. Kretschmer refused. His boat was a ghost. And he enforced discipline with terrifying calm. His crew recalled that he rarely raised his voice. He simply pointed, and men obeyed. He believed in precision. 1 torpedo, 1 ship. His efficiency made him the deadliest of them all. Otto Kretschmer's victories made him one of Nazi Germany's greatest heroes. His awards tell the story of his rise. On October 17, 1939, after his first successes, he received the Iron Cross Second Class. On December 17, 1939, he was awarded the Iron Cross First Class. In 1940, he received the U-boat War Badge. On August 4, 1940, after sinking more than 200,000 tons, he was awarded the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross. On November 4, 1940, Hitler himself presented Kretschmer with the Oak Leaves. On August 26, 1940, Kretschmer was awarded the ultimate honor, the Swords to the Knight's Cross, again personally presented by Adolf Hitler at the Reich Chancellery. With these decorations, he became one of the most celebrated aces in the entire German military. His face appeared in Nazi propaganda, his name on the lips of every cadet in training. But the ocean was changing. By 1941, the Allies were adapting. Convoys grew larger, escorts grew stronger. New technology, ASDIC, the sonar of the day, could hear U-boats beneath the waves. Radar pierced the darkness. Aircraft patrolled the skies. At Bletchley Park, British codebreakers were beginning to crack the German Enigma machine. The hunters were becoming the hunted. On the night of March 16th to 17th, 1941, Otto Kretschmer embarked on his final patrol. U-99 stalked convoy HX-112, but the British were waiting. Destroyers Walker and Vonnegut pounced. Depth charges rained down. The submarine shook violently. Lights failed. The hull groaned. Kretschmer surfaced, his boat crippled. Floodlights blinded his men. Gunfire raked the decks. He gave the order. Scuttle the boat. U-99 slipped beneath the waves for the last time. 43 of his crew survived and were pulled from the water. 8 perished in the Atlantic. Kretschmer himself was captured, brought aboard the British destroyer Walker. The most feared U-boat ace in the Atlantic was a prisoner.
I remember that there was a signal that the convoy was coming in from America to England, and that its position was not known, and that Dönitz ordered all the submarines there to the west of Ireland to form a sort of recce line, stationary recce line, to let the convoy pass through. And when the submarine which sighted the convoy made a signal, its contact signal, this recce line was dissolved automatically, and every boat was free to go in for the attack.
Kretschmer was taken first to Britain. From there, he was shipped across the Atlantic to Canada. His destination was Camp 30 in Bowmanville, Ontario, a former boys' training school, now one of the most secure POW camps in Canada. Inside its fences were some of Nazi Germany's most prized officers. Werner Hartenstein, commander of U-156, remembered for the Laconia incident. Fritz Guggenberger, another celebrated U-boat commander. Admiral Otto Kretschmer, who had led the daring Channel Dash. For the quiet town of Bowmanville, it was surreal. Some of Hitler's most famous warriors were imprisoned just down the road. When the war ended in 1945, Otto Kretschmer returned to a ruined Germany. But unlike many of Hitler's officers, his story did not end in disgrace. In the 1950s, he joined the new Bundesmarine, West Germany's navy. He rose to the rank of flotilla admiral. Ironically, he even served within NATO, working alongside the very allies he had once fought. Kretschmer died in August 1998 at the age of 86, drowning after falling from a boat while on holiday in Bavaria. He left behind a legacy unlike any other. 47 ships sunk, 274,333 tons destroyed, the most successful U-boat commander of them all. The Atlantic is quiet now, but beneath its waves lie the wrecks of ships, the bones of sailors, the echoes of war. Among them drifts the legacy of one man, hero to some, villain to others, a servant of Hitler's Reich, yet a master of his craft. Otto Kretschmer, Silent Otto, the ace of the U-boats, the man who ruled the night sea, and whose story is written forever in the depths of the Atlantic. Did you know that 97% of viewers are not subscribers? It can take weeks to research, edit, and narrate these videos. No AI here, but it only takes you 1 second to like and subscribe. Please do so, or you may never see us again. And for our next video, click right here. Thank you for watching.